and I'll turn it back over to Vince Yannetti. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. You have a guest here. You want to introduce him and let him say a few words? Thank you.
It is my honor and privilege to introduce somebody who has truly been a friend to Bound Brook. Congressman Leonard Lance is here with us today. Congressman Lance, if you hadn't known, from the moment he decided he was going to run for Congress, basically came and shared a lot of time with me and other members of our Bound Brook family to learn more about Bound Brook. And he certainly gets a lot of credit for delivering us the final funding for the flood control project. That is his hard work and effort that will come to benefit later on in the next couple of years. But we're very privileged to have Leonard Lance with us today at our celebration. Congressman Lance?
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor, and it's my honor to be here this morning as we commemorate Veterans Day. I have the opportunity to go into a great many schools here in central New Jersey, from Woodbridge in the east in this congressional district all the way to Holland Township in the west, Raritan Bay to the Delaware River. And invariably in my remarks in the public schools, I point out that some holidays in this country are celebratory, like the 4th of July, Independence Day, our birthday. But other holidays, like Memorial Day and Veterans Day, are commemorative. These are days when we commemorate the efforts of those who have served our country in the military. At Memorial Day, obviously, those who have fallen, and today, all veterans. And there is a great difference, in my judgment, between celebration and commemoration. And what you do today in Bound Brook, in commemorating those who gave the final lasting sacrifice of their lives so that we might live in freedom, is really an indication that you understand here the value of the American nation. Veterans Day, of course, is a day based upon the armistice at the close of World War I, the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. And in less than an hour, at 11 o'clock, we will commemorate to the moment, the day when the guns fell silent at the end of World War I, which was supposed to be the war to end all wars. That obviously did not occur, and young men and women are fighting today in Iraq and in Afghanistan to protect our freedoms. And we in the Congress are deeply concerned that they be protected to the greatest extent possible. And we are also deeply concerned that young men and women who serve us in the military should not be placed in harm's way here in the United States at Fort Hood. And we will demand a complete investigation of that tragic situation. And today, we honor the memory of the 13 brave Americans who lost their lives last week in Texas. I have, for those here in Bound Brook, a flag that has flown over the Capitol of the United States, a flag that I present to you today that I hope you will fly with pride here in Bound Brook. A flag that has flown over the Capitol is a symbol of the strength of the American nation, and it is my gift to Bound Brook today, and I hope you will fly it with pride here. I also have a second flag, also from Washington, and I present it today to Mr. Yannetti for all that he has done for the American Legion and for the community of Bound Brook. And I present it to you, Mr. Yannetti, on behalf of the American people in recognition of the American Legion troop here, of the great municipality of Bound Brook that I have the honor of serving in the Congress. And I hope both of these flags will fly for many years here in Bound Brook, an American community that is in the best tradition of communities all across this congressional district, this state, and the entire nation. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, may God continue to bless the United States of America. Thank you very much.
I hope each and every one of you enjoyed the services we have. I hope you enjoyed that Black and Stone. Personally, I think it's a beautiful monument, and it's the least we can do for those who gave their lives for our country. This concludes our services. I hope all of you, I want to thank all of you to begin with for coming. It's a nice little turnout, and I appreciate seeing all you people here. And I hope you will stick around for a little while, 45 minutes. We will have our regular 11 o'clock Veterans Day services here. So if
we
you
bow our heads in thankfulness for the victories Thou hast granted us, to us and those people who have united with us to stamp out the evils of aggression, intolerance, and greed. We beseech Thee to bring the blessing of understanding to families and friends in this and other lands, of those who have given their lives that men may be free. Grant, O God, that closest to the fallen may mingle the pain of their losses with the ennobling light of sacrifice for civilization. Sacrifice for a better world for this and other generations yet unborn. Grant us, O God, the courage to so live with the family of nations around the world that the end of strife will be the beginning of enduring peace. Grant us patience in planning with our fellow men and women a world in which nations may resolve their differences by peaceful means. Touch those souls of peoples in every land with enduring light of wisdom, so they may form a brotherhood which will strive to further the arts of peace under laws and ethics blessed by Thy love. Grant us now Thy continued blessing upon unity, strength that makes victory possible in war, that we may win greater victories of peace. Amen.
Cover. On this day, Veterans Day, we're commemorating the services of veterans of all wars. We remember how men and women set aside their civilian pursuits to serve their nation's cause, defending the freedom of mankind and preserving our American heritage. We believe our strengths on the field of battle, on the supply lines which nourished our armies, armed might, lay in justice of our cause against the forces of evil. We believe our determination made us better warriors because we fought with our minds, our hearts, as well as our bodies. We recognize service to our country, and her cause does not end with the termination of military service. We continue to endeavor in behalf of an honorable world peace with a feeling of profound gratitude to God and to the men and women who gave their lives as part of the cost of this noble of causes. Out of blood and sweat, we learned of purpose, sacrifice, tolerance, bravery, and discipline. These are the foundation stones upon which a great nation is built. In our continuous quest for an honorable world peace, we must cultivate these virtues.